You wake up cold. That is the first problem. The second problem is that you are small. The third problem is that everything outside this cave is bigger than you. Good luck. Born. You don't have a diary. You have teeth. You have bones. And they are already writing down everything that happens to you. The night you were born, the fire almost went out. If it had, you would have died before morning. Not metaphorically, literally. Body temperature, exposure, gone. Half the children born this week won't make it to 5. You don't know which half you're in yet. The cold takes some, infections take others. A bad winter, a sick mother, a fire nobody woke up to feed. You just know the cold, and then the warmth of your mother's chest, and then nothing else matters. You survived being born. That is the first thing you survived. It will not be the last. Age 5. Congratulations, you are in the minority. Half the children born into your group didn't make it here. You don't know their faces anymore. You know smells, warmth, the sounds people make when they're afraid. You know that sound well. The cave lion is the reason. It is bigger than any man in your group. Faster. It does not fear fire the way smaller animals do. At night, when the fire burns low, someone is always watching the dark. You learned this before you learned anything else. There are also cave bears, hyenas that move in packs, the woolly rhinoceros, which doesn't want to eat you but will kill you anyway if you're in the wrong place. You have no walls, you have no door, you have a fire and the people around it. You are 5 years old and you already know the world outside does not care whether you live or die. You survived infancy, now survive this. Age 10. The first time you go on a real hunt, you understand something nobody told you. There is no killing from a distance, no arrow, no bow, nothing that lets you end something from somewhere safe. Most of the time, killing means getting close, close enough to touch, close enough to be crushed. The aurochs in front of you weighs 900 kilograms. You weigh 40. The men spread wide. They cut off the escape. They push it toward the ravine. And then someone has to close the distance. The spear goes in. The animal does not go down. It turns. One of the men goes down hard. His arm snaps before you see it happen. He gets up. The arm is at the wrong angle. He gets up anyway. That night, the arm is set by the oldest woman in the group. No medicine, a piece of wood for him to bite down on. 40,000 years from now, the only modern humans with the same bone fracture pattern will be rodeo cowboys. That was your Tuesday. Your bones are keeping score. They always are. Age 15. You survived your first hunt. 3 more winters after that. Now look at your teeth. Your teeth have lines in them. One for each winter that almost killed you. This winter just made another. The group is smaller than when you were born. The elk moved their migration route. The food cached for winter wasn't enough. You ate things you wouldn't touch in summer. You are 15 years old. Every line in your teeth is proof you made it through. Survived, survived, survived. Your body is already a war record, and you're not even close to done. Age 20. The man who taught you to hunt is dead. A cut on the arm. That's all it took. 3 weeks ago. Something small, the kind of thing you get every week. A scrape on rock. A slip of a tool edge. You've had 100 of them. This one went wrong. The skin turned dark. The dark spread. The fever came. She tried everything. It wasn't enough. He died on the 4th day. In your entire life, you will never die of old age. Nobody you know will either. You dug. Everyone dug. Deep enough that the animals wouldn't reach him. And then someone walked to the edge of the clearing and came back with flowers. Small ones, purple. The kind that push up through the snow at the edge of spring. Nobody asked why. Nobody needed to. You stood there in the cold for a long time. Not praying, not grieving. You don't have those words. You just stayed because leaving felt wrong. That instinct, wordless, specific, completely human, will still exist 40,000 years from now. You invented goodbye without a single word for it. Age 25. You see them for the first time at the edge of the valley. They are smaller than you, rounder skulls, flatter faces, longer legs. They move lighter, like something built for open ground, not rock and cold. They don't look stronger than you. That is why you don't understand the danger. One of them raises his arm. The spear lands 30 meters away. You have never seen that before. You go back to camp. You make sounds. You gesture. The group listens. Nobody knows what it means either, but something in your chest knows. The same thing that knows when the cave lion is close, even when you can't see it yet.
Age 30. You survived birth. You survived the cave lion. You survived the hunt. You survived the winters that cut lines into your teeth. You survived watching people go into the ground. You survived the ones with the throwing spears. Your bones kept score. 30 years of it. Your right shoulder is wrong from a hunt 6 years ago. Your knees predict storms now, and you're never wrong. Every healed fracture is a clock, a compass, a story with your name in it. Nobody said good luck. You didn't need it. The valley is still home, but it no longer feels like it belongs only to you. The herds come through less, later every year. The group is smaller. The people from the south, you've seen them 5 times now. Each time, the group is bigger. Yours is not. Tonight the fire is bright. Your son is 10 years old, watching everything you do the way you once watched the man who taught you. Your daughter was born last spring. You look at them and you count. Without numbers, without words, everything they'll need to know. Everything that kept you alive. Everything you hope keeps them alive longer. Your kind disappeared. Not all at once, slowly. The way a fire goes cold when no one wakes up to feed it. The cold kept coming earlier, the herds kept moving. The others, with their throwing spears, their larger groups, their ability to bend before breaking, kept spreading. By 35,000 years ago, very few of you were left. By 30,000 years ago, none. You lost. 40,000 years pass. Scientists find your DNA inside people alive today, sitting at desks, half distracted, reading this. They find you. 1 to 4%. Neanderthal. You went extinct, but you also didn't. The cold you felt the morning you were born, the instinct to reach for warmth before you had a word for cold, still there. The fear that wakes you at a sound in the dark, still there. The flowers someone placed in the dirt over a body, that wordless knowledge that the dead deserve something, still there. You didn't leave books, you didn't leave cities, you didn't leave a language anyone alive can read. You left something harder to destroy than all of those. You left yourself inside the people who replaced you. 40,000 years later, someone wakes up cold, reaches for warmth, finds it.